Hey, Cactus crew. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you're going well. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome. I hope you stick around. Yeah, there's a trigger warning, guys, on this live. Katie's going to be talking about her R. This is a follow up. Check out the description box because I've got the links down there to the other live that I did last week where she went through her R. So we're in September 2020. Last week's was September 7. This is September 8. It might be the same day. She might have just come back. It might have been an after show. She used to do those. Like we can't get enough of her. She had to do an after show. But yeah. So yeah, just heads up on that. Katie's not worth risking your mental health over. Trust me, I know. I've been yeah, copped it on her. Okay, hang on. I've got to breathe. Apologies about my voice. I can't help it, losing my voice. But yeah. Replay crew, make sure you check out the description box. That's where the timestamps will be. And like I said, a bunch of links that will basically back up anything that comes out of my mouth. Just a little background. I have a background in psychology and behavioral science, so I have an obsession. My default language is nonverbal. God, I hated when everyone masked up. Everyone wore a mask during lockdown because I couldn't read anyone's lips and I actually had to listen. But thank God I'll have captions on and we can all turn our ears off for those that, can't stand to listen to Katie because I can't either. The carousel from hell, round and around it goes. Yeah, never grows. So, like, she is exactly the same person she is in this 2020 that she is in present day. It's shocking that she has never. Oh, hang on. I think my internet is giving me issues and also my brain. Come on, connection. Let's work together. I'm talking to my. Look, I'm just trying to get my motor warmed up. This is what happens. I just need to get my shit together. But yeah, what you should do is also check out my CB Shorts tab. I upload shorts daily. There's quite a trove going on there. That's the carousel from hell. That is, yeah, when I scroll, I feel sick. But yeah, you can also follow me TikTok, Instagram, X at It's Crystal Bill. Yeah, like I said, this is Katie's follow-up. Thank you for helping me share my lies. Well, her story, which is just, God, vindictive. She's so happy in this live. Like, I find this live worse than her telling of her R story because she thinks that, it's all good. Everyone swallowed it. Everyone believes her. Yeah, well, Katie, I don't believe you. And I've been on this carousel for long enough. Some of us, or most of us, have as well. And we don't believe you. I'll speak for everyone. But anyway, let's just. Apologies for my intro. Hopefully my brain and my mouth will get on track and won't be so muddle jaddle. But yeah, hi everyone. Hi Cactus crew. Everyone in chat. How you guys going? Hey Llama Girl. Oh, at least you're here. So, and TK. Oh, and everyone really can help me out with dates. But do you guys remember if it was like the same day? Was it an after show thing? I really can't remember. But it's not important. But she's in the same clothes. So, yeah. And she's so happy. Let's just bring her in. No wasting time, Katie. We ain't got no time to beat around the bush. This time we're coming in with 2024 eyes. Yeah. We aren't in 2020. We aren't in lockdown. We aren't believing everything you say. Because, like I said, in my last live, we all know, like, it's morally wrong to ever question anyone. But then Katie's really my introduction to narcissists outside of a textbook. And I've never come across anything any person quite like Katie. And I think it's the body language contradicting everything that comes out of her mouth that has kept me here, and also her child and the animals. But yeah, the lying. And now we all know how much of a liar you are and how far you will go, i.e., the pride flag. One example. Also, when was that? Yeah, a lot happened in 2020. Like I said, it felt like 4 years in itself. Oh, you knew she was lying from the start. I didn't want to. It took me such a long time, like Cactus Crew, you guys know, it took me such a long time to acknowledge and, like, I mean, she was still manipulating me up until 2022, whatever. Like, I just always wanted to believe that she wasn't that evil. But now that I've fully accepted it, Katie, gosh, everything's opening up. All the puzzle pieces are coming together, and all I've got to do is press play. So, yeah. Oh, 2020, we're still here. I feel like I've been here. Okay, we're just, see, look how happy she is. The pressure's off. The story's been told.
Hello. You can see me. I know the first few seconds of a live are always a mess because you can see me. Hi. Okay. So, yeah. All day today, I just want to tell you, I was having a lot of anxiety and I was feeling like all kinds of things. I was having the feels. And I was like, I have to do this because I haven't done this on my platform and I have to get this out. And I got it out. And I wasn't expecting it to feel that good. It's weird because after I did that, I actually tweeted the St. Louis Park PD, and I named him on Twitter and on Instagram, and I tagged his family's businesses because he used his family's businesses to get out of it. So I am, oh, you guys, I'm sorry. You get mad at me when I play with my hair. I am just really.
Oh, God. Yeah, I wasn't gonna jump in this quick, but yeah, the posting of the family, like I said in my last live, all the names that she says and the businesses and everything, they're all wrong. So she it was awful the way she treated these business, like, the guy had to come out, the guy from Jack's Cafe made a YouTube video because their business was Katie's minions were, like, writing bad reviews for all the businesses. Absolutely disgusting. And then the way that she apologized, just, "Oh, sorry about that," or something. I'll have to find the tweet and pull it up, but yeah. God, I wanna find words. I'm absolutely speechless, and I need to find the words and my brain. Yeah, how much is she gonna touch that hair? I mean, she had to use 2 hands at one point. The lying is that strong. I mean, she starts off with a huge smile and then goes into how nervous and how she's had anxiety all day, and how didn't she say it felt really good to tell it? And she hasn't said it on this platform, even though she has said it on Pathio's in her articles. And then also, yeah, prior to this. Oh, yeah, and then Twitter, but it was a different story. Yeah, I go over the tweet, the 2018 tweet in my other video. Like I said, it's linked below. And then after the live, all my links will be in the pinned comment. Make sure you check them out. Okay, Katie, we're coming back to you.
really grateful because I feel like I wouldn't have been able to do this without this platform. And I feel like I'm so glad that I have this platform to be able to do this because not everyone does. Like, not everyone can have that sort of catharsis in a way. Like, putting it out there and like no longer allowing it to be attached to you anymore is one of the most empowering feelings that you can do. And I feel like, if anything, maybe it will change something. I don't know if it'll change anything for me, but I'm not going to hide anymore. And I'm not going to hide that his family's affluence was part of the reason why he got out of it. So
It's so weird how she goes, like she always has to bring up other people's wealth and focus on it. My God, every time I go to talk, I just have massive brain fart. What's going on? Yeah. Do you think that empowering speech was a bit just taken from the Me Too, what everyone has been saying? And also, I wanted to mention that Katie released her R story. The reason she used her platform to say this, yeah, is because she was getting backlash for calling SL a brat and not believing SL as a CSA victim, regardless of, the actual facts, because we're talking about hearing that audio of SL screaming and what she believed happened. Like, you can't be, I don't know how any mother could listen to that and not believe her, but then also not believe her and then call her a brat. And so Katie was copping all that backlash. And so then she releases her R story and the thumbnail is "Believe Me." Like, you can't, like, it's just so evil. And then why should we believe you because you're playing on our morals that we're not meant to question this kind of stuff? And that's why, like, it's the same thing as, like, why would a mother of a medically fragile child be that evil, you know? She uses her son as the shield. She's absolutely, cold. Okay, it's just all an act. All an act, all a performance.
somebody in the comments actually said to me, why does it matter? It's not fair that you name his family's businesses. And I think that's the problem here, is it's why he got out of it. So you have to name the businesses, because if you have someone whose family owns a bunch of different companies and they are saying, well, don't you know who my family is? I mean, right? My family, we're good people. We would never do that. It's my family. So if you know someone in your family is doing that and then they're hiding behind your businesses in order to like do things, your family should know. And the public should know, because the public is using your family's businesses and you're using your family to do things.
I'm pretty sure that not once in the report did he mention, did he throw in there, "Oh, my family's wealthy, we own all these businesses"? No. And then you even said, when you were sharing your little conversation with a detective, giving it literally back and forth. Yeah, and you were saying, fuck, throwing myself off. I looked up at her. I was on a roll. I had the words. I was on track. Katie, I will get it. Don't worry. I'm warming up. And once I warm up, Katie, you better watch out. My gosh, I need cue cards.
So regardless of who owns what, his grandfather is the person who owned Jack's Cafe. And I think one of his aunts or uncles is who owns the Royal Oaks restaurant. And I don't know who owns the funeral homes. I think it might actually be his grandfather that started it. But either way, The one thing I will say is that it's been 13 years of me feeling like I've been up. It's been like David against Goliath, you know?
Oh, is that like a Bible thing? No, I don't know, Katie. I don't know if it is a David versus Goliath. Gosh. 13 years, and she has an anniversary for it. Did you guys know that? Just like she has Survival Day. Why? Because she likes to remain in the negative. She speaks as if she's never gone to therapy. She doesn't use positive language. I can't believe you just took a big swig of your beer. I need to put that in slow motion, but I don't want to bore anyone because that's where I get my fun time. But just because she doesn't take her eyes off, like when she drinks her beer, she drinks it with her eyes open, so she's not enjoying her beer anymore because, enjoyment, you would close your eyes. She's focused on the chat. I know, guys, this is what happens when you're obsessed with body language. You just notice like every little thing. But then I can't relay it back to you because, hey, I can't get my mouth and my brain on the same track. Yet. And she talks in third person. Is that what you said, Will? Hey, Will. Oh, maybe this is what's happening. If I make my screen, oh my God, it's made my screen bigger and the whole screen disappeared. Okay, something's going on. Will says, I can't read it because the screen has gone all wonky. Okay, let's just press play and I will.
Like I was the 27-year-old girl who came from a family that was not well off compared to them. I mean, my mom worked in education and my dad worked for public health. My dad was a consultant when I graduated from high school. My dad was, he did public health, he did private healthcare, but he was an administrator, but we never were like well off. We were just average. And when you're going up against a family that is extremely wealthy and you're just some average person, it's like you feel like you're up against a giant. And, I feel like it's time to, I feel like part of my drive to get where I'm at today is because I felt that powerless. Like I was like, nobody believes me. I'm a peon. I have no platform. I have no one to say anything about anything. And now finally I have a platform and I have people that will listen. And I have no idea. Is because I felt that powerless. Like I was like, nobody believes me. I'm a peon. I have no platform. I have no one to say anything about anything. And now finally I have a platform and I have people that will listen. And I have no idea.
Yeah, you have an echo chamber. You have people that will listen and those that don't, you will block. This, like that whole, goodness. Katie, what were you going to say when you had to scratch your nose? Minions that agree with you and only agree with you, yet you're enablers. Like you married an enabler. You didn't marry someone who brings out the best in you, who made you go and get sober and, reassess your life, change. Oh, yeah, because you don't change. You also don't have goals, remember? Why have goals when you're perfect? Look at your face. Stop distracting me with your face, Paulson, please. God, I just saw this. Mickey. Oh no. how do I say Massachusetts? I just butchered where you're from, but first time live. I'm here to support you in what you're doing. Oh my God, Cactus high 5. That's such a nice message. Cactus high 10, because you rock. And because I saw it, guys, Cactus crew, I can't get into chat. YouTube's doing that thing again where it just keeps kicking me off. I'm restarting, but yeah, I'm missing a lot of messages.
He's going to be really, people are going to know who he is now. I'm done. So.
And people are going to know who you are lying. I'm so surprised that, well, I'm not, because you're not really worth it, the time and the energy with what comes out if anyone goes to prosecute you for defaming them, absolutely dragging them. You didn't even apologize for your minions leaving reviews on all the businesses, on the Jack's Cafe, the Yelp reviews, just because you said. The power of your word on your platform and what your minions do is what makes you dangerous. You're so dangerous. This is dangerous. Like I said, just a reminder, you know, the words, the names, the businesses, they're wrong. And she's, yeah, maybe if she wasn't so drunk. But even if she's had anxiety all day, what are you doing drinking? Do you even know that drinking causes anxiety? That like drinking is basically destroying your central nervous system, making you more anxious, and then you drink more thinking that that makes you calm. Round and around and around it goes because you believe that you are smarter than everyone and you got everyone fooled.
Thank you guys for, yeah, I'm not sure how much was raised for that video earlier. It was restricted by YouTube. So I would like to minimize the discussion in the chat. And I mean,
you're so disgusting. You didn't even say pardon me or cover your mouth or like she just burped.
How much was raised for that video earlier? It was restricted.
What the fuck? And then just carries on like she didn't just burp on a live. Because you're not there. You're not here. Like presently, you're not, well, this is 2020, but she's not living in the present, which is what happens when, you know, you're a substance abuser for most of your life, in my opinion. You know, that's what she's told us anyway. I'll link everything below. On the verge of being an alcoholic, but being an alcoholic and confessing to the world. So I think you might have like GERD issues, you know, because your beer makes you burp a lot. Okay, don't get focused on that. She's so gross.
By YouTube. So I would like to minimize the discussion in the chat. And I'm being very careful with this specific video because that video isn't going to raise any AdSense, unfortunately. YouTube restricted it. And I figured it would. But the portion of the money that was super chatted will be sent to RAINN. And yeah, I'm overall just like, that's the part of YouTube that really bothers me is like, you can't talk about anything that matters on this platform and try to raise money. I could do a donation, I think, where you could donate. But the sad part is if I do that, I don't have any, there's going to be no AdSense revenue that I can donate then. And it's just ridiculous because I wanted to do it so I could do it as a donation for AdSense, because if you set it up as a fundraiser, all of your AdSense goes directly to the nonprofit. But if it's restricted, there's no revenue that comes in via AdSense because they don't place ads. They only do like limited ads that don't pay very much. And if you want to know, about like how AdSense can destroy your income, go talk to Deaf Noodles, because he had a bunch of his videos like all restricted. It basically turns your income on a video to 0. So I shared a link for RAINN on my Instagram, and I also shared a link on my Twitter. So YouTube is a pain for ads for sure. I will put a donation link on Facebook as well. YouTube is being annoying for sure. My thing that I want to do more than anything is, I was actually super surprised that lots of people did not know about RAINN. And so you guys just talk about that on your social media. Like, if you have people that you know that like are going through something, let them know that that exists, because a lot of people clearly don't know. They don't know that it's there for them. They don't know that it's like a possibility. They don't know that there's all these resources on that website that could help people. They don't know that there's a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week hotline. They don't know that that hotline connects people to their state resources. That hotline does intervention when you are in crisis. And for a lot of people who feel like they can't talk to anyone, that's like the best thing that you can have. Like, when you feel like you have no one to talk to and you can't, like, nobody's going to get it, these people on this phone line will save your life and make you remember what's important and remind you what you need to do and help you by doing so.
Tell us your personal experience. Don't tell me what they will do for me, because you don't know who I am. Don't talk for me. Like, don't speak for me. I hate when you go into third person. It's like you probably used RAINN and all those resources to put your story together, because your story was monotone, no emotion. You didn't even cry. There was no flinching. Your body, you had full control of your body. It's just a story time for you. It's scripted. It's an act. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what you do, you make it so hard for other women and men, anyone that has been harmed. You make it so hard. And you find enjoyment in this, Katie. This is fun for you. You're having a good time. You're sloshing back beer, Whereas an actual victim, a survivor, probably wouldn't be acting the way you are. Probably. I say probably because, everyone acts differently, but geez, Katie. Stop talking about everyone and make it personal. Get out of third person. We're not here for a lecture. Isn't it your story? Or is it a accumulation of all the stories you've read throughout your obsession with this topic?
So empathetically. And then I was great. RAINN it's RAINN.org. It's the national hotline for SA, and they do a lot of stuff for legislation. They recently did a humongous push for kits so that there would be more funding for kits to be processed, which is awesome. Every state in the country is massively behind in their kits being processed. And
while Katie is swallowing, Katie, if you drank more water and less booze, you wouldn't have thick saliva because, you're taking too many addies. Yeah, sorry. I was just llama girl. I have to check Twitter. Can you possibly DM me or share that? Because in my last live, I was talking about how Katie's story has changed over time, like we all know. But I remember, Llama Girl found a article that was written year before Katie wrote her article on Pathios telling about the night that changed my life forever. And yeah, Llama Girl found the exact same article a year before with the exact same details. Well, exact same. I don't want to say exact, but I'll have to have a look, and then yeah, I'll probably share it on my community post. So oh my gosh. And I gotta go to Twitter. I miss Twitter. I hate that my Twitter has just turned into like me sharing my shorts. But yeah, that's just what it is, isn't it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't even cross her mind, Llama Girl says. KG doesn't give a shit about it affecting other women or men. It does not even cross her mind because she needs to be accepted as part of, as everyone else in the flock of sheep. She's a wolf wanting to get cover and be recognized as a victim so she can cause more harm from the inside. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Llama Girl. I'll check my DMs in 6 months. I need to get on top of my crap, Okay, Katie, back to your crap. And I might speed it up a bit. We're gonna go to 1 and 1.5. Katie's Oompa Loompa hair. Katie, I'm looking for, I haven't found, where can I look where I will be safe just staring here for the rest of the live? Because there's too many objects in the background and she's not centered with the painting. There's so much going on. This is too much for my ADD mind. Okay. She needs a straight jacket. Well, she's actually, is that what she's wearing? One of my old art things, like I used to just mess around with creating stuff. And I created like Katie in the psych ward in a straitjacket. And then the doctor was Dr. Natalie Kennett telling her that the trolls were all in her mind. And it was beautiful. I'll find it and I'll repost it. Well, I won't. Maybe I will. Katie, I'll send it to you. I know you want to see it.
It's,
Also, how young does she look? She looks so much younger. Like, she shouldn't have aged as much as she has if she had taken care of her skin. But she doesn't know how to remove makeup. And then she doesn't exfoliate. And so, she'll get like an infection, but then it's got nowhere to go because there's so much dead skin on top. And then, alcoholics are prone to getting staph infections and they never heal because that's not their priority. Their son isn't their priority either. Everything is prioritized around the substance abuse. And I say that as someone who, like, I was addicted to meth for 8 years or something and been clean for over 10 years. But, you see all the signs with Katie. But yeah, I can't imagine being a liar. How exhausting, really. Oh, I like you've written a paragraph. Llama Girl says, oh, that's the couch. I know the couch is gone. And you know what? I'm a bit annoyed that she didn't let us know, that she was getting rid of it. She just got rid of it. I would have wanted a little bit of a farewell. Thanks for being here. We've come a long way. You've looked like you've come more like that purple couch. Okay. Oh, Llama said, that's the couch she kept behind her. The one she sat and drank beer on with her alleged. What? No, it's not. Is it? The same couch. How can someone hold on to a couch that long? Like, what? No, the purple couch. How have I missed this crucial information? Maybe because of this subject, my brain was like, you don't need to know this. because I've been on a journey with my own channel. Like, as my channel's grown, like, I've grown. Like, I've grown so much, and Katie, you're still the same. Make that make sense. Clap, clap, clap. What? I can't believe that. Oh my God, I can't believe that I, like, that's really ruined my whole perspective of the couch now. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's press play and speed it.
NAMI is great too. RAINN is specific for this issue. So there's lots of different resources. There's like NAMI for help with mental health. RAINN is specific for this. And that's why I suggest that, because it's a different beast that they handle there. And but there's lots of resources. There's local resources too. It's more just making sure that you guys know that there are resources there for you and you don't have to be alone. I'm so glad that like my friend told me about RAINN when I was going through all of that, because that's how I found my county resources. And it's like, if you don't know what you don't know before you get into the middle of it, right? So yeah, I'm yeah.
That's so true, Ginger. Ginger says growth requires personal accountability and also self-awareness, right? You would need to have self-awareness to know where you've gone wrong and learn from it. That's the thing, like, that does my head in the most with Katie. No self-awareness. Like, why isn't that that should be a disability? Because this is what we end up with. Someone with no self-awareness sharing all the evidence that she is abusing her child and her dogs and is evil and lying about everything. Every single thing is a lie. Like, that, I mean, I got way too much self-awareness. I'll give you some, Katie, because I wish I didn't have this much self-awareness. Because I'm annoying. I'm so fucking annoying. Okay, let's just press play and not press pause for a while, okay?
So either way, there was like something else, like there were some comments that people were making, like, oh, you're just doing this because you said something about someone, and because of that you're doing this and you're making this up. Someone even accused me of stealing my story off of Netflix, which is actually kind of amazing. I don't know how I would steal the story that I've been saying for 13 years. Like, maybe Netflix stole my story, I don't know. But
My story that I've been saying for the past 13 years. Like, what? You don't say it like that. And I know I just broke my pause thing, but stole my story. Like, fuck you, Katie and TK, not you, not FUK, TK, but this more information about the couch, because I think that my brain must have definitely not let me know this information or pushed it out, because there's not much that I don't know about Katie, and I'm like, how do I not know this about the couch? Because me and the couch, we kind of bonded, and now I feel dirty. I feel like the couch didn't tell me who they really were. I know it's just a couch. I know, and the couch can't tell me. I know. But God, I feel ripped off. Yeah, TK says, in my opinion, she kept it as a sovereign. She had a one-nighter with a well-off guy until the story needed to fit her narrative. Yeah, she just so reminds me of those women, and I've come across these women not only in textbooks but in real life, because a lot of my friends growing up were like males, and so I would encounter these women in the lounge room the next morning or in the driveway. They'd park up and be there for days. They would make up stories about being ARD or going through CSA or that, and then the way the partner reacts to them by showing them like that extra care, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's the only way that these people feel cared for. Like, it's a sick signal thing gone wrong with the wiring in their brain. Katie is definitely one of them. That what she would have told Toad to secure him at any cost, because she was so desperate. All her friends were getting married, and she needed to get married. She couldn't be the lone wolf out there by themselves. No, she had to like show the society that she was abiding by their rules, being a citizen, getting married, having a child, doing all those things, never going against the grain, never breaking the rules, never creating her own journey, well, she can't. She's copying everyone. Like the way she copied Lindsay Chrisley with the layered necklaces, the off-the-shoulder top, even though, no one needed to see her beige bra, or the off-the-shoulder tops that were not off-the-shoulder tops. Like, wow. I just kept thinking, you're just ruining your tops. But they were all from 3130 anyway. Yes, single white female. She is. Oh, totally. Katie, you should get your hair cut like that. I think a short sort of fringe, a bowl cut. No, don't get one because I'm thinking about getting a bowl cut. So, Katie, bags it.
I don't do anything because of I'm not calculated like that. Honestly, I was truly affected after I did my stream about Circle of Hope Ranch. And then it was back to back. It was diving into what Josh Duggar did combined with the Circle of Hope Girls Ranch in Missouri story. And both of those combined, it just it hit me like a wave. And it was I haven't been hit like that in years. So, if you're hit like that in a wave and you are brought back. And then somebody said to me, well, you just need to stop talking about it because it makes me uncomfortable. And I'm like, Katie is a liar, wants to know if I'm worried about the safety of my family after I got doxxed. No, I'm worried about my family because of not. But I have no problem putting out his name publicly because he is a public individual and he should be, yeah.
What makes him a public individual? I mean, what makes him a public person? You don't know that yet. I don't think you even know that in 2024 because you're a public person, right, Katie? But yeah, no, he's a private citizen and he has a right to privacy, not to be slandered, not to be defamed by a out of control woman that thinks they've got the biggest platform ever on some power trip. It's disgusting, the carelessness, you don't care. I don't think you think things through because you're risking your family's everything. Not that you've got anything because, Todd Chrisley told us you got nothing. You got no assets. Just the couch. I can't, you had the couch up until 2024. That shows how financially well off you are. Is it, do you guys think that you can judge someone on how well off they are, on how long they've held on to a couch? I'm going to play with that theory. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Because I feel ripped off. I'm reacting because, oh my God, I feel jilted by this couch. What is this? I can't even focus now. What have you guys done? I can't stop thinking about the couch. Why didn't she get rid of it when the back cushions went missing? But they didn't go missing because we all know Frida weed on them because the dogs aren't toilet trained. Anyway, let's not get into that. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. Exactly, Stella. But no, not in Katie's eyes. This is someone who even a, Tati, filed that do not delete your shit. That's not what it was called, but that's what Emily called it, and that's what sticks in my head. So even a don't delete your shit order couldn't stop her from deleting stuff. Like, she thinks she's above the law. This is probably induced by her substance abuse, but also the narcissism, because in Oblivion, where I believe she lives most of the time, nothing can go wrong. She's always right in Oblivion. She's never wrong. She's also the most perfect mum, the most perfect looking, the most perfect wife. But she doesn't know what we see. And she only knows what's in her head and if we're buying her lies. But Katie, I can't knock. I need to knock on something, but I got nothing to knock on. Knock, 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 Katie. That's self-awareness knocking at your door. Also, that's Cactus Bill knocking at your door, letting you know we don't buy you. Oh, no. Let me get my words straight first. We don't believe you. Yeah, we don't believe you. So also, we know that, the DMs were real. Do you know that we know that? Just get that old 2019 December in there. Just so you know how far back we know the lies go.
I'm sure my haters will just say that I'm doing something super negative because, I can't have anything in my life that actually is bad. But this is honestly, sharing this story is to help other people. And I want to say that so many of your comments were thank you. You have no idea how much I needed to hear this. Thank you. You gave me hope. Thank you. You told me what I needed to hear. I wish I would have done that. Thank you for being brave. It's not even about being brave. Honestly, I feel like if we don't talk about it, we just stuff it down. And I feel like there's no timeline for healing. So, if you tell someone to stop talking about it or to just get over it, you don't get to tell someone what they need to get over. You can get through life and you can have a lot of days where you don't think about it, but you also have days when you do think about it. And there's aspects of your life that will never be the same ever. And you can go through weeks where you think it's not affecting you, but in your soul, your body and your mind doesn't forget. You don't forget what you went through. You don't forget how it affected you. It changes how you relate in your romantic relationship.
How different this would be if she said nothing was ever the same in my life again. I couldn't connect with people. I've already forgotten what she said. But if you put it in first person, instead of her telling you, yeah, I'm looking at you, not Katie. My gosh, Katie. And also Ginger, Ari, the paint, the latest paint job, I didn't even know that she painted the walls, because I was so focused on the couch. It took me a while to really move past the couch not being there. That's what I would look at, and I would look past the dogs because I look past Katie. I need something to look at. Anyway, and then someone said she painted the walls a lighter color. I thought she just got a better light. I can't believe, why does she like this color? Must be her favorite color because it's what she sees at the bottom of the toilet bowl when she's vomiting up her stomach lining from being an alcoholic, because her diet is cereal. Yeah, by the way, because she doesn't need to cook for her husband or her son. Yeah, she just eats cereal and breakfast biscuits and Easy Mac, the microwavable bowls. Yeah, like the kind of stuff you eat when you're drunk because you can't really cook. Although, have you seen me cook when I'm drunk? Well, I haven't been drunk in almost 3 years. Katie, when was the last time you went a long time without any booze? And not just imaginary world.
Relationships, it changes how you relate to your spouse or your partners. It changes how you relate to your friends. It makes it hardens your heart, makes you not trust people. And it's hard to speak out because every time you speak out, you know that there's going to be a million people that accuse you of, someone said to me, well, you let him into your house. What did you expect? Like, no, that's not how this works. Anyways, like, no, that's not how this works. Anyways,
She kisses like that too, with her eyes open, looking at chat. Just you and your booze, Paulson. I know we're not going to get through this. Look, I never stream on Tuesdays, but I'm taking advantage of feeling good for the first time in a while, even though my voice is not there. Yeah, I usually go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So whatever we don't finish tonight, which looks like we might not finish, I hope we make halfway because fuck, I'm warmed up now. What was I going to say? I was going to say something until I just looked at Katie because can you swallow?
Franny.
Did she just say Fanny? No, she said Franny. Franny. Yeah, I just got to press play. Just got to press play and stop.
Franny, I have all the proof I need and I'm not worried. And the fact that I'm not worried. The fact that someone's telling me to be worried is stupid. Sue me. Sue me. Guess what? If Nick sues me, then I get to open up discovery on his ass. And then he gets to pretend, and then he gets to tell me everything that happened. He would be an idiot to sue me. The last thing I care about me everything that happened. He would be an idiot. Guess what? If Nick sues me, then I get to open up discovery on his ass. And then he gets to pretend, and then he gets to tell me everything that happened. He would be an idiot to sue me. The last thing I care about is a lawsuit at this point.
He would be an idiot to sue me. And then she burps and blows it out like, like a cigarette. Because she loves her burpees.
No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to be quiet. When someone says that last name, people know who they are.
Well, when people say Paulson, not everyone thinks of Sarah Paulson anymore. I reckon most people think of you. Or just your poster, in the background.
I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to pretend like his family's influence didn't play a part in what happened. You've got a kid. I'm not going to be quiet.
Sorry.
In a complete and utter cage.
And
I'm not going to be scared.
I went too far. I'm so sorry. Like, we're not going to... Where have I gone? I just want to see her burp again, but I didn't look, and this is where we're at, and far out. Like I studied journalism as well at uni, and then the only thing that I'm not good with time, and also I have the pace of a snail because that's my spirit animal. He gets to pretend. I have all the proof I need. I'm not worried. You don't have all the proof you need. You didn't even bother calling up and getting the report again, which we find out in October. There's more videos after this. Because, after watching her retell her her tell her story, that's when Erin reached out to the detective that interviewed her, Mike, because she basically slandered his professional job, saying she was more worried about what Mike put her through than the actual R, in my opinion.
And the fact that I'm not worried. The fact that someone's telling me to be worried is stupid. Sue me.
James Charles told you to be worried and to shut up and to delete your TODD videos and to, but you said the exact same thing. I'm not worried. Sue me. And they sue. Everyone sues you. How can you have the balls to be this stupid? Like, you're only thinking about, you're not thinking about the outcomes for you. You literally think you are going to beat 7M. You literally think you are a journalist worthy of privilege because your sources, are that, your work is that professional ethics. No, nothing like that with you, because you share everything. There's no information that you've withheld. I love it how you're like, he can sue me. That opens him up for discovery. Is that your favorite thing? I remember in the Tati lawsuit, the judge reminded you of the procedure, like the court procedure of the case. Like, obviously I'm not a lawyer and I don't know what I'm saying, but like how she's jumping the gun asking for discovery when they had many other steps to get through, because you're narrow-minded and your mind is so small. You just live in your mind. The fact that someone's telling me to be worried is stupid. Sue me. Can we get that on a shirt? Katie, I know we can't use your face, but can we use your eyebrows? We don't need anything else. Just eyebrows at Penthouse and that saying. And then we'll just list everyone that sued you on the back. Oh my God. Yep, I'm going to make it.
Sue me. Guess what? If Nick sues me, then I get to open up discovery on his ass. And then he gets to pretend, then he gets to tell me everything that happened. He would be an idiot to sue me. The last thing I care about is a lawsuit at this point. 13 years I've lived in a complete and utter cage. And I'm not going to be scared into maybe they'll sue me. No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to pretend like his family's influence didn't play a part in what happened. You've got a kid that's family owns numerous huge businesses in the Twin Cities. It's a factor. When someone says that last name, people know who they are. And
Is she trying to do like, pay me and I'll shut up? Is that what she's trying to do? They're not that dumb. Imagine paying Katie to shut up and she just continues. Todd Chrisley couldn't even get you to shut up with the law which she's probably signed that document drunk anyway, which is illegal.
anyone bad in their family. That's the excuse he dies on. But we help comfort families. How could we ever be bad? It's like the perfect veil. Franny, I'm going to ask you to stop talking about it, and you can keep these opinions to yourself. You are my member and you support me, but I don't care about a lawsuit. And if you're worried about a lawsuit and that's all you want to talk about, I'm going to ask you to leave the chat. You can talk to me about this privately, but at this point it's utterly distracted and it doesn't matter what he's convicted. There is a verified police report. There are documented kits that have been taken. there are dozens of people that have told me that they believe that he's done this.
Time for another drink. It's getting heated. Too many questions. Got to drink down any rational thinking, which is what your friend Frenny is giving you. You don't have anyone in your life that can give you rational opinions. Like this is something your parents would say. Like everyone on Twitter was like, what the fuck? Why would she do that? Why would she publicly state these people's names, their businesses, not caring at all, being so careless with people that are not public, that have a right to their privacy? You're the only public person with a platform that you use irresponsibly. You harm people, and this is a fucking example of how you do it. You weren't harmed. This is a story for you. Because, Katie, if you cared, like if you really cared, and if it happened, you would not be going at it this way. It's just so vindictive. It's so hate train. It is so targeted. You carry so much hate every day. If you had gone to therapy, you would have dealt with these feelings, the thoughts as well. Because you say, sometimes I wake up and I just think about it or whatever. It changes your whole day. You have an anniversary. You have an anniversary. You can even say 13 years. You have no problem speaking about it, all the details, matter-of-factly, without emotion. Katie, and that's your biggest downfall. You have no emotional intelligence at all. You have no emotional intelligence at all. I'm going to tell you that twice. That's why you suck at writing, because there's no emotional flow. There's no heart. They're just words to you. But words carry weight. Accusations carry weight. There's consequences. But with you, there's no consequences ever. But I really do think karma is starting to trickle in. Yeah. Slowly. More slower than what we're getting through this, but God, slowly. I'm just looking at chat because what are you guys talking about? She's so dangerous. Yeah, her proof. What is her proof? What other people believe, hearsay, not what the report says. The report concluded that there was nothing found in those bottles. The beer cans were tested. Katie, stuff were tested. There was no drugs found. Your story was all over the place. And his was more logical. It's word versus word, but then also actions. And your actions, your behavior right now, are not that of a victim. Not that of someone who has overcome this. Your behavior is someone who's living it up in these details. Like, you enjoy it. You enjoy the negative. You don't want to move out of that negative. Why? She's even let's just hurry up. I got to shush. Oh, totally agree, Susie. She does. She has predator vibes. The way that she's able to manipulate her audience into believing her, the constant like conditioning that if you disagree anything she says, they get blocked, creating her own cult, creating her own victims. Every single person that she has come across in YouTube, like no one's her friend. Like, how does that? Well, self-awareness, doesn't it? Evil. Okay, let's watch you drink. She can't take her eyes off the chat.
My friend's was a funeral director. She said everyone in that industry is messed up. Yeah, I don't really know, like, and just because I'm saying their names, they're a public business. So you're a public business and you have someone in your family that's doing these things. That's it. I didn't say the business did those things. I said their nephew did these things and their grandson did these things. And that's the truth.
That's association by guilt. Why the fuck would you do that? I mean, but that's what you've done with Sister Wives. Whatever Christine, was it Christine? Because her uncle's the Allreds. Anyway, like whatever they've done, that's what Christine's done too. Associating them. Which means, Katie, then we should associate what Toad's brother. So Toad's brother, right, is a CSO, and God. So does that mean Toad is, because they were raised by the same parents in the same environment, you know? So sure, I don't know. I don't feel right morally in myself associating them together, but since this is your classroom, I'm going to, Katie, okay? I'm going to learn from you, and yep, that means Toad is a CSO. If you don't know letters, well, I'm using CSA with an O for offender. 100%, Susie. False claims make it so much harder for real victims to get justice. But that doesn't even cross her mind. But then again, would it? It wouldn't, would it? Because it's not about anyone else. It's about her. I struggle still to understand the narcissist mindset.
And I can't get him held accountable in a court of law. So we're not going to talk about the logistics of it. The statute of limitations is expired. The state of Minnesota has really stupid statute of limitations. I already consulted an attorney at one point. The civil statute of limitations is over. And unless they will actually process the kit, if they find DNA, they have tons of evidence. They've just never processed any of it because the police officer didn't want to.
Well, this guy without even, well, Paulson, he didn't even say, excuse me, do I need to put my other earbud in to hear what was happening? Because you were doing a lot of burpees. It was processed and there was a conclusion. It just wasn't prosecuted in the Paulson court. Look at you. This is the first time you've looked at us. Hi, Katie. How you going? I know, we won't have you for long, so I'll let you go. Where are you off to, by the way? Is it to get the dogs? Whoa. Oh, dogs. Oh, Frida. I didn't hear Frida at the door.
So,
yeah, well, oh, hi. No, are you looking at my chin? Up here, Katie. Hi, my eyes are up here. Katie, don't look at my chin. Have I got something on there? I know, that's what I do. Just look down, pretend nothing happened, everything's good. Why are you so stiff? Look at you, just breathe, shake it out. You know? Or you got your defenses up. Are you cranky? Look, you should move your pillows for the dog. Okay, I'll just let you talk. Go on. Go on.
And I'm not going to protect him by not saying his name. Because one of the biggest things that I've learned in this process is the reason why these men continue to do this stuff is because everyone's afraid to say their names because they're afraid of the backlash. They're afraid of the lawsuit. They're afraid of the people coming after them. But guess what? When you say their name, they lose that power because then they have to prove to everyone else that they didn't do it. And it's never in their favor because less than 2% of people that go through this falsely accuse anyone because there's nothing to gain from this. There's nothing to gain from faking something like this. And it really, that's the part of this that makes me really irritated because it's like, because 2% of the 100% of the people that go through this, because 2% of it, 2% of the people fake it, the 98 other percent aren't believed. But if this were a burglary,
how many times did she say 2%?
You would never question. Are you sure you weren't a part of it? Are you sure your mascara wasn't asking for it? What was your mascara wearing when they came in? It's because your mascara says climax on it. That's why they took your mascara. It's not because they took your mascara. It's because of what it says. It's because it's red. Your mascara.
See how she's just like playing on like, you know, this is the what, you know, it's just known in society. These are the generalized things that always come up when women are attacked or victims are attacked. It's always what they're wearing, especially in other cultures, i.e., well, I'm not going to name, but other, like the shit going on in India right now is just ridiculous. No one's safe. But that's just, Katie, let's just go back a bit because you whipped that out from, where'd you whip that out from? I love, that's your only climax in life. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a low, look at you. Look at you, just instructing. Oh, it's too good.
Or are you sure your mascara wasn't asking for it? What was your mascara wearing when they came in? It's because your mascara says climax on it. That's why they took your mascara. It's not because they took your mascara. It's because of what it says. It's because it's red. Your mascara was taken because it's red. You would never do that.
You would never, also, if you were a victim, you would never focus so heavily on this and talk so stupidly, like, you know, you're making fun of the situation. Or you're making fun of being questioned. Maybe there's a reason if you can't get past being questioned, you know? Because if it was true, you just let it roll off your back. But obviously your defenses are up.
It's unconscionable. And there are so many people that I've learned that now through I've seen, scream his name, John Nicholas Kozlak. Date of birth, I'm just kidding. He has the same birthday as me. He's just a year older. That was always the thing about him that I remembered growing up, is that we had the same birthday. He was just 1 year older. And I never knew anyone that had the same birthday as me. And so I always thought it was funny growing up that we had the same birthday. Because how often do you know someone that has the same birthday as you? I still, to this day, he's like the only person I know personally that has my birthday. And so I remember when I ran into him that night, I was like, hey, we have the same birthday, you know, like that.
You are so annoying. You are so annoying. And go Frida. Is it Frida or Sweetie? Just can't remember the dates. I'm so lost. She's going for it. Get rid of those damn cushions. Love is not love when the couch doesn't get any clean.
That was the one part of it that always bothered me. Like, why does he have to have my birthday? Why does he get my birthday? He doesn't get my birthday. I don't like my birthday anymore either because of that. Like, I don't do anything for my birthday. I don't like holidays anymore because of it. Like, I feel like the fact that we have the same birthday has like stolen my excitement for having a birthday.
You've stolen your own excitement. You've allowed that to happen. You have, like, that's a choice on you. What an idiot. You've let this, well, you know, affect every part of your life. But then, well, you know, you do celebrate your birthday. You know, you get foil roses that you later use because, hey, what was in those foil roses? What was in the bud of them? Were they something else, Katie? That was something, wasn't it? Was that part of lockdown? Why couldn't he get roses? I'm talking about Toad gave her alfoil, but what do you call it over there? Aluminium, but you don't say it like that. You say it weird. Alumium or something. Aluminum? Yeah. Okay. Alfoil is what we call it. Yeah, a bunch of, what were they, 12 alfoil roses in a vase? That's what. Well, yeah, Llama's girl says, so the part that bothered me about that he shares the same birthday, it's not actually the same, it's a different year. Well, that is the same, you know, because you don't. But then for her to just focus on that, it's kind of like that's the only thing she had in common with him was their birthday, even though they were Spanish partners. We learned that. How annoying that, like, she just reminds me of the annoying person at school that just says the same thing over and over. Like, she probably said that same thing at school. We have the same birthday. And then is still the same person when they run into each other in 2007. So she says the exact same thing again. Like, she's still the same person. It's just lame. It's so carousel from hell.
He does, apparently he has a daughter, I guess. I don't know. And I've publicly named him in my community. So this isn't new. Like, I publicly named him on Facebook 3 years ago. And I would say half of my graduating class contacted me. We did not go to a big school. So everyone at school knows what he did. And no one says I'm lying. They all believe me because they know.
For your information, your body does not believe you, Paulson. Your body does not believe you. And everybody out here, the only person that believes you is you, because you needed to believe yourself, because that's all you got, lies.
What kind of person he is. So I don't have to convince the internet because I have people in my real life who've known me for years that know my character, that know everything about me, that knew who he was because they went to Catholic school with him. And, one of my friends, Amy, she will just like go off. You might sometimes see her in comments. She knows who he is. She went to Catholic school with him. She knows what his family's about. She knows exactly how he uses his family. It's well known how he uses his family. And that's the problem, is there's always someone in a family like that uses their family to get out of things. It's the affluenza.
Again, playing on that another society ideology kind of thing. The same kind of thing as, like, when a wife is unalived, it's always the husband, like that kind of thing. It's not. She's so, even even her mentioning that he has a daughter. Sit back, Paulson. If you're a mum, you've now put that daughter at risk, at harm, by slandering her dad. for a crime, in your opinion, that never went anywhere, that was investigated and proven there was no, like, your claims didn't match what the investigation found. It also, your claims didn't match the evidence. Also, your story didn't match the evidence. Evidence tells its own story. Did you know that, Katie, that a story can be told by just the scene? No words. No. You know, can say more than you, Mrs. Storyteller. And so intent. Because your story, the way you relay it, I can't imagine how cold you were in that interrogation room with the detective that could see straight through you. The detective, the nice detective, was the one that she encountered first, that came to the house and collected her sheets and all that. He was nice. The mean detective was the one that came back and said, okay, the evidence does not match your story. So then he was mean because he was letting her know that she was wrong. So, and then another story to slander that detective went out. And luckily, Erin, corrected it for the universe. But now Katie Karma comes back around. Yep, 2024 here. We're not buying your lies. You might have had us at one point, because we were not as bright as we are now. We're not as, everything. Your tells, every time you touch your hair. You're saying that all your friends believe you, but then straight away you go up and you rub your eye. Really? Do you have any friends? Because that is the lie. You don't have any friends. That Amy, I'm pretty sure she's a family friend. Or, she's just hanging on because you were maybe forced to be friends. Anyway, maybe she's you. Because I do believe that you are, what's my girl's name? What's her name? Angela Wesselman. That's who you are. I wonder what she's up to now. The original Catfish lady, like what the movie, the Catfish, the movie was on. And she was similar circumstances to Katie. She was raising children that were severely disabled, but in Katie's case, it's an exaggeration. And yeah, weren't happy with their life and created a whole new life online. Didn't have friends, so created friends. Didn't have family, so created family. Created a whole network, and they were behind it. I mean, there's a reason in the TODD lawsuit that Katie's name had that plus 100, because they didn't know the exact name, but they knew, Saltsy knew that she had sock accounts, and they all came out to play for he baited them, and they all came out to play. Katie just needed to be reassured by Saltsy that she was in the good. She got the all clear. So then she would continue on with her behavior, not thinking, anyway, she would have continued on with her eyes on her or not. But yeah, she needed to believe that they weren't investigating her. Katie, you're just lucky that, Tati, the energy and her mental health, that came first. Because the amount of shit that you did to stop that lawsuit, you can't pull that card. Although I do believe the whole Charla thing might have been an attempt to pull that card again to mess up 7M somehow, but I don't know how it plays in with your 7M. If only you were a TikTok dancer, then everything would make sense. Would it? Okay, we might have to end it here. Look, we didn't get very far. No, let's just continue more, because I feel like I've paused it and you guys just deserve me to just not pause it. I'm just scrolling up. And reading chat and laughing, and not letting you in on what I'm laughing about, which is great for a live streamer. Okay. Oh, hey, SD. Oh, Catherine, did you just pop in? Get an RO. Who did she get an RO against? Everyone. You know, as I was watching Nini's video with all the reports, I was like, I want to look into it, but I don't know where I would start. What was the public, like, how many reports in that did Ruby Frank have, like, build up over the years of, like, viewers calling for welfare CPS? I wonder, like, how many cease and desist she gave out, because we know she gave one to Katie, a few others, like, I think the, you know, Dustin and Nick got one. There's a few. I think Annie 10 to Life got one as well. I can't think, but yeah. So she's basically like a Katie. Katie's like Ruby. One day it will all come out and it will be like that. I swear. There's so much with her. I'm not even making sense. This is what we've come to. Mush pea brain. What Katie does to me. My brain just checks out. Okay, I'm just going to play it.
Is Franny still talking? I didn't see her saying anything. And I don't.
Oh my God, it's been so long since we've had a cliffhanger. She used to do cliffhanger and pinchy all the time. And Noelle, thank you so much for reminding me, pinchy. Gosh, we've come a long way, haven't we? We have come a long way. Guys, and if you're, you know, want to give this video a like, you can share it as well. But yeah, consider subscribing. I promise my brain and mouth will eventually get on track. We're going to have to continue this tomorrow. Wow, look at this view with the eyebrows. Okay. What did I come here to do? Oh yeah, she's about to do cliffhanger. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, her thumb's in there.
Okay. Franny's going to take a little time out. Like, I'm sure she's very concerned, but we're going to move on from this discussion. I don't know if there's other people that have been a part of his, but I will say that he has a limousine business. And I was actually thinking about this. I had this part of the story I'd never actually considered, because going through that entire night in that video was actually sort of like reprocessing my memory. And now there's parts of that story that don't make sense to me, because I remember that night when I ran into him, he seemed really out of place. Like he hadn't been at the place I was at. He was literally just like walking around and he was by himself. And he was like looking for someone. You know what I mean? It was really bizarre. He wasn't working. He wasn't with friends. He was literally by himself. And he was just walking in uptown, doing what I don't know. But why? And he hadn't been out at all. He wasn't going out. He wasn't, I don't know where he even came from. It was like, he told me, I just got off work. You just got off work. Why are you walking around uptown? For what purpose? He wasn't going into.
So just walking past you means that he was walking around. Like, I love your speculation. Oh, like that he's alone. I go out by myself all the time. It's so much better because I don't have to focus on people. I even go to concerts by myself. Like I saw Kendrick Lamar by myself. You know, you don't have to worry about anyone. But now I'm worried about being judged. I'm a bit weird for walking around alone by myself. My God. But Katie, it's not like he was like, It's just so weird. But how weird were you? Like, you can't flip the script and place your questions on yourself with your own actions. You know, you're outside having a cig, because you used to have a cig back then when you're having a drink. Yeah, she calls it a cig. You're not cool. You're not cool. Oh, I got so many questions, but like, was he? Because sometimes in my mind he rocks up in the limo, but he didn't have a limo then, because she does go through what car he had, and yeah, she goes, oh, and it's decked out, a GM or something. Or was that General Motors? GMT? I don't know. Yeah, it's a crime. It's a crime to walk anywhere when you're around Katie. Just walking past Katie, oh my gosh, watch out. They're an S trafficker. They're trafficking. They're stuck in traffic. They're trafficking. Katie, you need to traffic. You need to get in your car. Like, when are you going to do a BMW driving with Katie? I know you need a booster seat. There's no way you can reach the pedals. Those cars are massive. Holy shit. Like, one of them ran through a beer garden in like Melbourne, and it was massive, like kind of like a Ford truck. Anyway, Katie, do you need a step stool? Do you let Toad drive it at all?
To any of the establishments, he hadn't had a beverage. He was totally sober. And like, was I just the person that he happened to like run into that night? You know what I mean? And then that makes me wonder if he still does that. Does he still get off work and walk around in Uptown looking for people? Because
oh my God. When you are the one doing evil things, placing this on him for, like, do you know the amount of people that go out when they're sober? Do you know the amount of people that go out after they've finished work and just walk around? Like, if it's your local hangout, or you know the people in that area, you should be able to rock up and just hang out with those people. Not you. I'm sure he was not looking for you. I'm sure that when he saw you, he didn't go, oh my God, she's so hot. Do you reckon I could hook up with her? Oh my gosh. It didn't take much. You straight away. Not that I'm playing into those things that you put out there on the table. Okay, I might be done because my brain is like, tuning out.
because he spotted me. I did not see him. I was not even paying attention. Like, he literally saw me and was like, hey, Katie. It was bizarre.
Oh my God, hi. We have the same birthday. You would have been loud, all obnoxious. You would have been thinking, oh my God, this guy, everyone thinks I'm hooking up because he's taking me home. I wonder if everyone saw that. Did everyone see me get in his car? Because it's not every day that anyone pays attention to Katie. Right, Katie? Yeah.
He said that he was working, but he didn't have his limo. It was weird. He didn't have his limo at all, because he said he had been driving people around, but he didn't have a limo. It was really weird.
Don't you leave the limo at the workplace, like in the compound fencing thing, and then you get back in your car and you go home? You don't take the limo home with you, because limos don't fit in driveways. Katie, would a limo fit in your driveway? Maybe.
He had his, like, whatever, his Denali or Yukon, whatever it was he was driving. He did not have his limo.
Yeah, so that's Subaru, isn't it? I don't know. I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting. Like GT. I don't know. I'm just throwing out things because I'm not up with the cars these days. I'm more of a classic car person. You know, not the kind of cars you can park. Katie, okay, we might be done. 29:14. I'll see you tomorrow, Katie, and you better give the goods. You're going to give the goods, Katie?
It was
Just going to look over
the
here.
weirdest
Okay.
thing. And
It was the weirdest thing. Guys, it was the weirdest thing. She changed the story. Lama, did you write it down in your notebook? I hope so. What did she say? She said she saw him first. In the recent one? I'm going to have to every time I watch it, I feel like even when I finish, I'm like, I don't know if the information went into my head and stayed there. Stoned 24/7 watching her stuff. That's what I feel like. Nothing stays in there because it's not important information. Oh. You're walking alone? I love walking alone. God, SD, stop looking so dodgy. Oh, it's daytime though over there, isn't it? Yeah. How many times has she scratched her head? And it's weird that we can hear her scalp being scratched. Her microphone really picks up a lot. I just scratched my head. Did you guys hear that? I can hear it. I'm a little bit deaf and my throat is just, you know, I've got lube now. Yeah, for my throat. I have to get lube for my throat, and it's not for that. It's just to literally lubricate my throat. Because, yeah, for some reason, I'm just constantly losing my voice, and it's not good because my whole career relies on my voice. And yeah, my doctor's you can give up doing YouTube or you can give up doing comedy, but you can't do both. And I was like, I'm going to prove that I can do both. I'm just going to make it, you know, I'm just going to push it. I'm going to push it like Katie does. Let's see how far we can push it. The police report or her other video. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to go back and have a look. Well, I'll write it down and have a look tomorrow. But yeah, guys, if I miss anything, in the comments, you can leave a timestamp and I'll add it in. Like I said, timestamps will be in the description, but it's no point me telling you now because it's at the end. And yeah, just a reminder, I upload CB shorts daily. What's that? You know, just little short. It's all you can take for Katie. 1 minute shorts. How much can you fit in that 1 minute? Well, a lot. But yeah, go check out the video I did on yesterday. It might not look like it's everything, but the timestamp 4 minutes 38. Oh, I'm still thinking about it. Katie admits to having postpartum and having thoughts of harming her child. And when you think about, you know, just add that piece of the puzzle to the puzzle. That piece of the puzzle to the puzzle. Oh, it's afternoon. Oh, you just missed 4:20. Miguel, I would have lit up for you. Oh, it's 11:40 where you are. Look at everyone complete. I'm 13 hours ahead of where Katie is, which so this could have happened. This could have both happened on the September 7 or it's September 6. I know I should put that in all my videos. The dates might be a bit off, but that's what you get. 13 hours ahead. Why can't it be 12? Is there ever daylight saving where it would be 12? No, don't worry. It's all good. Yeah, and even him being sober, why wouldn't his story then also be, not that it is, but She says she can't remember, but then she remembers so much detail. She remembers so much detail. Too much detail. But then she can't remember certain things. But it's like, well, you can't have it like that, Paulson. Oh, Stella. Are you in the UK? Because your time is close to Llama's. You're only an hour apart. My mum just landed in London. She's over there meeting my nephew who was just born. Well, he was born a month ago, but yeah. And I'm like, I just want to go over there, but I could never. There's a flight like direct from my city to London, but they couldn't do the direct flight because it goes over Iran, and Iran is doing all that stuff like firing, and that scares the shit out of me because I think of MH17 and if you don't know what that is, you might have to Google it, but it was a plane shot down by a drone, and yeah, so many Australians were on it, and happened. So I don't know when it happened. It happened around the time that MH370 went missing. Oh, you're in Germany. So that's the same continent, right? This is where like geography and me, we're not friends. I'm so smart in other areas, but then I'm so dumb when it comes to geography. But my reasoning is Australia is one continent with one country. We're one country on the continent, but then like Europe, like multiple countries on one continent. I mean, that does your head in, doesn't it? For a bit of learning in the snail department. Oh, you remember all aviation accidents? Gosh, I'd rather go by boat, but then would I? I don't know. I don't have the patience. I don't even have the patience for my own streams. Oh gosh. But yeah. But yeah, my brother's wife is the only like she's got that lovely jubbly pommy accent, not the annoying one, you know, because there's that annoying accent that you can't stand. But yeah, she's just always makes me happy whenever I speak to her. But yeah, it's just so hard, like having a nephew that's so far away. Is it? I think, I don't know, just me thinking as I'm reading posts. I mean, comments. Oh, Berlin, that's where I want to go just for the music scene, but also like there's a lot of philosophy stuff that I want to look up, but I would never get there. My sister is engaged to a German, but he's like I've never met a German that I don't like so much. Like, you know, I can't stand this guy. He's so serious. And annoying, but then, you know, oh, you're a pilot in an airline in a family of pilots. My dad is a pilot. That kind of response. You're a pilot? Have you do you say drive? No. Have you flown? Yeah, flown. A like commercial or just like little ones? I'm so intrigued. I never wanted to go in the plane when my dad was the pilot. Like, I don't trust people. Whoa! Your younger sister flies back and forth from Perth to London. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it was like the direct flight is like 17, 18 hours. Then my mum, like, because that was like, she couldn't do that one, they rescheduled it to go through Singapore, and it ended up being 26 hours. I'm like, no, like, I can't do that. I can't do that with that many people. I just flying 6 hours, 7 hours, my max on a plane, because yeah, like, I don't like people, but then, it's not you guys, I like my people that I cross paths with, but people in general, how annoying. And I find it really hard to be in the audience now, but when I'm on stage and performing, those people are fine, but they're really annoying when I'm sitting next to them. Like, what's going on in my brain? Something's happened. I think I don't like people more now that I have to deal with them more because I'm leaving my house more. Oh, have you been to Singapore airport, Llama, though? I don't think I've been into Singapore, but I've been Singapore airport so many times, and it's like its own city, really. It has like they have a water park, a water fun park, what do you call it? With water slides and all that, and a shopping center and what? In an airport. God, I remember doing a stimulate. No, it's not stimulator. I wish it was a simulated pilot thing. Oh my God, I have the whole time I was apparently nosediving into the dirt because like the level, no idea, too many things going on. Okay, guys, I'm going to depart. Oh, what's my cousin was hit with an old lady. What? Old lady brooms. Was hit by a broom being okay. We've got to the point where I can't even read now. This happened to me on Sunday night. I got to the point where I could not read and the words going into my brain. So, guys, I'm so sorry that this happens to me. Blame it on Katie. But yeah, tomorrow night I'll be croaky. Yeah, tomorrow night my time, but yeah, whatever time your time. I'll tee it up. CB Live will continue this. It gets better. It gets a lot better. I know that I've taken shorts from this, where she's comparing her, like the guy, to Toad. Like, I'm not even attracted to guys like him. I'm attracted to tall guys. I never go, like, why would you why would you go so hard to try and convince us of that? It's not necessary, like, someone telling the truth wouldn't need to convince people that they're not attracted to, I know and I don't need the words because I know you know. Yes, same, Catherine. Open minds and open hearts for life, but we are the ones to I mean, I trust the wrong people, but I always see the good in people until I see the asshole in them, and then, you know, and then I just walk on by and they come up with their own. Katie, I'd like to walk past you just to see what your first judgment of me would be. But then, I bet Toad regrets walking past you. Were you having a cig when you met Toad? Did you have to go to like a gig? Because there's nothing in common with them. The only thing they have in common is drinking. He's her enabler and enables her to continue. Because if she had a husband that called her out for her shit, that maybe said, oh, you might want to think that through. What about thinking about us? Think about your husband and your son for once. If she had a husband like that kept her on, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Then maybe I don't know where I'm going with that. That's it. Brain fart central. Okay, guys. I'll link everything in below. I don't know what to link, and I just got to the end, and I'm just going to press end, and I'll see you tomorrow. fingers crossed I have a voice and I haven't wasted it on. God, I hope something came out of this. See you guys.